Nice winery. Well, you can get out, I guess, but... Yeah, we're in Barbara's room.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Well, she kind of was, right? Hey, Feathers! We could play rugby with our babies then. Yeah. I never broke anything either. We have good bone structure. We could play rugby with our babies then. Yeah. Well, you would have to first have babies that are biologically related to us, but...
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
Using the best. Look at all the little shrines that are in each of the rooms. How are you, Feathers?
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Well, Edie was...
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue.
Famous last heroes, right? I'll be right back.
She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Oh, I'm controlling it now. Oh god. There's some good except for the pain. Yeah, I'm sorry you're in pain. What's going on? I hope you'll be okay soon. Oh, and Happy New Year's to you too. That's so strange how could someone who makes such beautiful rooms for their kids be so freaking reckless? Freaking careless? Is that a Saw music? I don't know. It's been a really long time since I've seen Saw.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
Music is from Halloween? Okay. I'm not a fan of horror movies, so don't really know. Oh, you twisted your ankle. I'm sorry, that sucks. I hope you heal soon. Bloody handprint is always a good sign.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
Okay. Alright, there was a bloody handprint because he saw his hand up or something like that.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh dear! Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
I don't like this. Okay. Walter, are you there?
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the Hookman, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. And whoever he was, he couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
That night, she played her part beautifully. Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned. He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Okay.
finished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was... Someone at the door was dying to speak to young Barbara.
Why would you go open the door? You just heard there was a murderous gang
At
around.
the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter, hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box was all they ever found of her. Her ear.
Why?
Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Coming in with a lyric while I work. Hope the stream is going well. This game seems super cool. Thank you for the lyric, Deck FTW. And yeah, this game is cool. I like the game, but it is also very heavy. Hit through it while sleepy time is needed, but I hope you have a great rest of your stream. Thank you so much, and have a great night. You know, it's kind of depressing that the comic mocks Barbara, because like, oh, she was a child star, and then she was just like washed up has-been, and it's like, that's really cruel. Like, okay, she was working in a diner and stuff, but she was also just like 16 years old.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Yeah, let's go to the basement. Well, she still had better ending than what Tucker Bunch wanted for himself. Fair enough, I guess. I mean, she was killed by a murderous gang on the loose. Just like her boyfriend, I'm guessing, so... it's like never a good thing. It's just like really dark that Barbara gets mocked for... oh, give me the key. She got mocked in the comic for, you know, having a career as a child star and just like then living her life. She was 16 years old. She was working in a diner. Big whoop. Like, Because so many child stars end so well, alright? She was living a normal life. Could you get this key from the start? Probably yes, right? Maybe? I don't know if you can skip that, but possibly, yeah. But then you would probably skip a big part of the story.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
Fair enough. Oh, that's the mock-up of the slide, of the dragon slide, right? This is Swan's workshop.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages. I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Eh.
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
I mean, that's right, the poor kid was there in the house when his sister was murdered. Isn't it weird that the writers of a horror comic that Edie kept to remember Barbara knew about the secret key to the basement? Well, that's a good point. Could be... I think I read somewhere like a theory that maybe Barbara fed the story to them or something like that.
If there's a pattern in all these stories. I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Oh, these mementos are super weird. They are. It looks like somebody was living here. Walter was living here. So Walter didn't get far. Walter just decided to hide from the world forever. That's diary, letter, comic, everything is by drawing supernatural. Yeah. You know, instead of helping, giving maybe therapy to a traumatized child, let's just let them live in a basement. With a makeshift window. Getting this spaceman glued here. It is it's a really cool game. But I think I finished Walter's story and I'll go do a quick
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow.
That's so depressing.
But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything. Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly. And then one day, everything just stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can. I know it's out there, somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly. And Calvin. Maybe this is all a mistake.
You know, you could have just go out first into the house.
But I need to stop living the same day. Even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month. Or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here. I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
She was trying to protect you from quite a lot, I guess. Honey, you're pregnant. Why are you going through all these things?
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter.
Can you blame her?
But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made. Trying to bury something that's still alive.
I'm guessing these tracks are abandoned now.
Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe 2, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem.
A little bit, probably. Yeah.
Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
Oh, that track was... Oh, something happened and it fell down. Yeah, this is where Walter got killed.
I don't know if I should even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me.
Well, possible, but is this like another?
But I thought you should know about your family.
Oh, so she's writing it to her unborn child, right?
And the history you're a part of.
I'm wondering what this is. It's like another slide or something. I think her baby is reading this game. Yeah. I think so too.
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now.
Does that mean that she's dead actually? So what remains of Edith Finch as her child?
I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
I'm curious what this was. Was it like a big totem or something? Maybe she died old? Well, we can hope. Looks like some kind of totem, yeah. It's really pretty here.
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness. Any of it seems possible.
I mean, the house itself looks crazy. Kind of unbelievable and a little bit unstable. So, yeah.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it.
Yeah, but that's not a good thing.
What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
That is a good point. I mean, they already... When they came from Sweden, they already believed that they were cursed, so...
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but... the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Thanks. Oh, Charlie is a kitty. That is cute. There's a frog. Bailey, I would guess. Probably a dog. It looks kind of big.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Aww. As much as I don't like Edie so far, I do admit that the cemetery is beautiful. Look at the kitty with wings. That's so pretty. And Calvin has space inspired. Swan has a saw. She has books. Walter has, I'm guessing. Oh, that's a miniature Walter walking through the cave. Okay. Barbara Finch is a star.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away.
Edie seems very stuck in the past. Gotta go now, see ya. Agiferus. Have a great time zone. I don't know what time it is, but have a great rest of the day, evening, morning. And thank you for stopping by. And I hope your ankle heals soon. That sucks that you broke your ankle. Yeah, frankly, Edie seems very much stuck in the past. Like, there is a difference between keeping a memory of something and just being stuck in it. Like, you can grieve, you can keep the memory alive, but if all you focus on is just keeping memorials for everyone around you, for everything around you, that's not healthy. Like, that's not...
She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
Oh yeah, oh, that's the boat, the original house that, what's it called? Not got drowned. That was swept away by the waves, right?
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
Can you get it again? No. I guess I'm going back.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from.
Yep. Gregory.
Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
Sam Finch. Alright, Sam was a soldier. I don't know if you heard about Gus yet. And Gregory. Gregory was the 1-year-old.
She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
Milton.
We never found Milton's body, so my mom insisted we were putting up a monument, not a tombstone.
That was fair enough. Sanjay Kumar. I don't know who Sanjay Kumar was. He's somewhere. Where is he? Oh, so he's probably Edith's dad, right? 'Cause this is Swan and Edie, Odin and Ingeborg, Sam and Kay. So these are the ones that married into the family. So I'm guessing Sanjay Kumar was Edith's father.
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
Oh, there's a lot of trauma and kind of a generational trauma. And I can imagine that it was really difficult. They can be really difficult to talk to your kids. them. Like, everything's so pretty.
But looking back on it now,
I think this is where we were in the dream, right? When we were Molly.
if she told me there was going to be so much climbing,
Yeah, well, you're pregnant.
I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Oh yeah, now she says that. She's 22 weeks. Honey, what are you doing? Look what you're doing. You're 22 weeks pregnant. Oh my god. Just, oh. You're 22 weeks pregnant. You just walked on that? Honey. I forgot that it's actually confirmed that she was pregnant.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
Yeah, they were both traumatized.
They were both pretty intense.
That's another way to put it.
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
Wait, Sam is the brother of Calvin, right? I think. Yeah. So I'm guessing this is his new room. I think that was his childhood room, and then at least he had like an adult room. Come on.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
No, that's gonna be.
Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged.
Shouldn't we be leaving?
Just want to get a shot of you, Dawn, then we can take off.
What?
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? Please just take the damn picture.
Hey, language.
I thought I already took a picture of her.
I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the... Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. The camera's older than you are.
Dawn is Edith's mom, right?
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
Hey!
That's a keeper.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Dawn, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Dawn, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph? You don't need to waste any more film on me, kiddo. Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip. Your grandpa's Fen taught us how to fish. how to build a fire. We found an old logging trail. There were deer everywhere. I bet if I could remember where that trail was, we'd spot a buck for you in no time. Give me a minute to check the map.
Dad!
Good eyes, Dawn. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that you have to shoot something.
Great shot, Dawn!
Oh my god, did you take a picture of that? Oh. Look how sad she is.
I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that, okay?
Oh, I need to get up there.
Sorry, Dawn, just gotta reset the timer.
Oh.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally
still...
normal, Dawn. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Yeah, you should maybe always make, if you want to kill an animal, maybe make sure that it's done.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
I think your mom's traumatized by having her father fall off a cliff in front of her after she was forced to kill a deer that she didn't want to kill, so... Oh my god, yeah.
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
Yeah, he was in war, he loved hunting. What is immersion for the photos are coming? Yeah. I don't know if I'm supposed to... Oh, there... I knew there were some hidey doors. Come on, Edith. Yeah, like I would guess that you should make sure that whatever you're killing is actually dead.
After
Also,
Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
also maybe don't don't force your child to kill animals if they're not really into it. Oh no. Okay, this is one of the first warnings. You know, there are content warnings repeatedly posted in the chat, but I will specifically say that this next part will include an infant death. It's not... There's nothing like explicit But it is pretty heartbreaking, and it is pretty difficult to go through. Like, I've seen it, but I'm still kind of terrified to go through it, so this is your warning that this next part of Gregory will be really heavy. I honestly think he was trying to be a good dad. He was soldier after all, and I don't think he realized how much pressure he was putting her under. That's a fair point, I guess. Okay, breathe in and out. I would say this is probably like one of the worst parts of the game, so let's... The lawsuit has been filed against you. Oh, Sam Finch was divorced, right? From K. Carlisle. So after you okay. Come on. I never know how to move it. I guess you can skip it if you don't want to in the game.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Time's over, Gregory. It's time to... Hold on, sweetie.
Yeah, this is the one-year-old that's gonna die, yeah.
Hello? Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
This is a letter that...
I wonder what he saw.
Okay, I'm just gonna pause this. There were divorce papers between Sam and Kay, and this was written inside the divorce papers, so yeah.
He reminded me so much of Calvin. Lost in his imagination. Whatever it was, he saw. How silly it sounds. That I worried about a baby being too happy. But I could feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it. Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
I wish he could have told us about the world he saw. Hey, there's so much I don't understand about Gregory, about everything. But I know what happened wasn't your fault. I'm sure he's happy. He'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
That's the thing. He says it's not her fault. But you never leave child in the tub unattended. Like, never. And it doesn't matter if the phone is ringing. Just like, people can call back. Just take the child out and, I don't know, put them in a towel and then go pick up the phone. It's just like, I don't know. I know he said it's not her fault, but it's questionable.